here are all the people that have worked on this book. We have Francis Manapool and Brian McChelly as writers. Francis Manapool also did the art for the book, but also there's some other names there. Then Francis Brian McChelly did the colouring, and Ian Hearing, and there's the letterers, and as you see, collection of original cover art. So yeah, now let's move on to my thoughts of this book. So yeah, this book carries on from the previous volume, volume 2, which is this book here. This is the advantage of me having this, doing now my reviews. Come back in focus. There. This is the advantage of me doing my reviews with my comic book stuff behind. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, basically, at the end of that volume, if you haven't read it, then so yeah, this volume 3 picks up from volume 4 left off, where basically the Flash was taking on the Rogues. If you haven't read volume 2, then why are you watching a review for volume 3? Read volume 2, and then if you like that, then watch the review of volume 3. But yeah, basically it's where the Flash and the Rogues are fighting and this sort of thing, and then suddenly Gorilla Grodd and his people, the Gorilla people or whatever you want to call it, the Gorillas, why am I calling them people? But the Gorillas basically come through, and now this is sort of what carries on from that, where it's the Flash trying to take out Gorilla Grodd, but Gorilla Grodd has powers of the Speed Force. So where before Barry Allen the Flash would have to deal with a really intelligent ape with strength and this sort of thing, he now has to deal with an intelligent ape with strength and now with super speed. Also in this it goes into some background about sort of people who have been stuck in the Speed Force, which you get a lot of in volume 2, and how they're getting side effects of that. You find out about what happens in that, and then that leads into volume 4. But yeah, this is a good Gorilla Grodd story, and you sort of and you have, obviously the main story is the Gorilla Grodd story, so Flash versus Gorilla Grodd, and people trying to help while he faces on Gorilla Grodd, him the other people around trying to stop the gorillas from attacking or just destroying everything. But then the last 2 issues in this are not related to it, and I actually thought they were quite interesting too. It was basically going into... It was basically the people that had been stuck in the Speed Force. They've basically manifested powers, and so yeah, you have this guy and this guy. And there's also a story where Barry loses. Also, there's another issue where basically Barry is running along and then his powers just disappear. So it's him trying to take out this gang, but basically with no powers. There. So they're 2 fun little issues just in between this and the next volume. I really enjoyed this book. The art is very good. The writing's alright. Not the best. But dialogue seems fine. Story seems fine. It's a simple and easy to understand story. Not too complicated. If you've been reading the other volumes up until this point. Yeah, good Gorilla Grodd story. Great art. So yeah, now let me show you some pictures of the art throughout this book. As you can see, here is a good shot of the Flash running around Gorilla Grodd. There's Gorilla Grodd. you can really see the speed and the path that he's taken. Um, yeah, I really quite enjoy the art in this. It's very it's sort of a slash between cartoony, very bright. So yeah, now let me see what other art I can find you. Here's a nice shot of Barry running just to try and clear his head and think of more things. But yeah, I just love how he does these wide shots. And yeah, let me see what other art I can show you. But then for one or two issues in this, it does switch to this style. I still like it, but I prefer the other style. But yeah, that's just it's not all. What's his name? It's not Francis Malibu. Brian Meccelli's art, but still, I do enjoy this art too. So yeah, those were 3 pages that I showed you the sort of art that you'll expect to see in this book. Now this collects issues 13 to 19 and costs $17, as you can see. So yeah, if you're near a comic book store where it does dollars to whatever price range you are, then that would be the price that you'll be paying. Now I'm gonna read the blurb to you. Maybe if I didn't explain the comic as well. Now it reads, "They call him King Grodd. He is the Iron Fist ruler of Gorilla City, home of a highly intelligent over. No, why did I say over? Highly intelligent, hyper evolved species of apes. He believes he's got. I can't read to save my life. He believes he is chosen to bear the power of the Speed Force, the force of the Flash's incredible abilities. He believes the Flash stole that power. He has come with a gorilla army to steal it back. And if Central City must be destroyed, so be it. To stop the greatest threat he has ever faced, the Flash must turn to the most unlikely allies imaginable, the very rogues he has been fighting for years. Captain Cold, Weather Wizard, Heatwave, Mirror Master, and Glider have no choice but to fight beside their hated enemy, because if Grodd's invasion is successful, they will be enslaved along with all of humanity. Can the rogues and the Scarlet Speedster put aside their differences long enough to save Central City? And even if they succeed, will they survive the darkest threat gathering in the underground, one that could reverse all the Flash has thought for?" So yeah, I forgot to talk about that because I didn't want to say it just in case. But it clearly says it. Sorry, it was been falling. That's why I had to hold it up. There, wait, there. There. So yeah, the rogues do join in, and so you have some shots where it's them. Where it's them holding off large areas, basically trying to help the Flash. And now, in this, they do sort of tee up the whole thing of the Reverse Flash, and how he might be coming along with this amazing shot. Sometimes you gotta go in reverse. So yeah, I love the look of. Sorry, I thought I heard something there. I just love the look of the Reverse Flash. So yeah, the art is good. The writing is good. The whole thing with Gorilla Grodd getting the Speed Force, I thought, having the Speed Force, was very interesting. Seeing the Rogues fight alongside the Flash was interesting. So yeah, overall, a great book. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll recommend it to anyone who has been enjoying the Flash New 52 up until this point. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully have the review out for volume 4 of this on Saturday or Sunday, depending when I get time. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.